Hey guys, welcome back. Watching Sydney Sense. So this video, I'll just show you guys some of the fragrances that are popular, but for some reason I had to, sell them off. It's not like not necessarily because I didn't like those fragrances, but we'll discuss why I had to sell them off. So the first one, this is Asaro Wanted. So this fragrance, I bought it because I like the smell, but then after trying it for a few times, I realized that it smelled very similar to some fragrance that I used to wear, that I used to buy. I think it's I don't know, Invictus or something. I'm not sure. It reminds, yeah, something. I think I used to have an Invictus, and I I used to wear it a lot, like 4 or 5 years back, and yeah, I got actually bored of the sweet DNA of this fragrance. I'm not really a big fan of sweet, just sweet like fragrances. I like sweetness. Not, I'm not saying that I don't like the fragrances. In fact, I want some sweetness in any fragrance, but this was a bit too sweet for me and a bit too boring for my taste. So I sold it off. So this is one Azzaro Wanted. Next one, okay, is Fahrenheit by Christian Dior. This is one of the few fragrances that I find like absolutely disgusting. I don't even understand the hype behind it. I don't know what or why it was popular in the 1980s, and some people still like this fragrance. It just smells like petrol. It smells dirty. It smells like a dirty mechanic. It smells like someone pointed out on one of the Facebook groups, like a tire technician. It smells disgusting. I can't stand this fragrance. I don't know. I just sold this off just 3 4 days ago. I'll never buy this. No more Fahrenheit in my life. No flag. Any kind of Fahrenheit I'll never buy. Not Absolute, not Aqua. I don't know. Never. The next one is Oud Lemon Mint. Okay, so this one I bought this blindly based on reviews, because, and then this is also again like really popular Mansera, one of the most popular Mansera fragrances. But there's something about this fragrance that I didn't like. I don't know what it is. I like two things, not just one. One, I believe it's probably coriander. The coriander note in this, I wasn't a big fan of coriander or patchouli or a combination of coriander. I don't know what it is. It kept messing with my mind. The second one, I believe this fragrance has got this ambroxan, because it kept reminding me of these blue fragrances, the Dior Sauvage, and I don't exactly understand why, but yeah, it has this in the dry down. I'm talking about in the dry down. This pretty much reminded me of these blue fragrances, and it's a boring DNA. I'm not a big fan of the blue fragrances anymore. So that is one of the reasons I had to sell this off. In fact, I didn't. Yeah, I swapped it with a guy on one of the Facebook groups for Mansera Windwood, and that's another fragrance that's another mistake that I regretted doing, because Windwood pretty much smells like Fahrenheit without the dirty aspect of it. It has violet leaf as well. I think it like it's not a. I didn't like it. I'm planning to sell that as well. Mansera Windwood. Oud Lemon Mint, not a big fan. The next one, okay, Acquarigio Profumo. So Jeremy Fragrance always hypes this up. Like last year, I remember, like this was there in pretty much like last year is when I started getting into fragrance, and I started watching all these fragrance top 10 videos, and pretty much every single guy, YouTuber, had this fragrance on their top 10, top 5 men's fragrances. So okay, I thought I'll buy it, and then But after trying it for a couple of times, I found it like uh, there's this eucalyptusy kind of a smell that I get from this fragrance, which I was not a big fan of. I didn't like it that much. It smells like, yeah, it smells like eucalyptus. And you know, if you mix if you imagine sea water and eucalyptus, imagine some eucalyptus oil spills in the seawater, and the aroma that you get. I wasn't a big fan of eucalyptus kind of smell. So I don't know what, because eucalyptus is not even listed as a note. I don't understand what I was smelling. Maybe incense, or I don't know, rosemary or sage. I don't know. So that's the reason I had to sell this off as well. And this one, Versace Pour Homme Dylan Blue. Dylan Blue is I still like this fragrance. In fact I regret selling this, but it pretty much smells the same as Dior Sauvage, and I already have a Dior Sauvage, so that's the reason I had to sell this off. But the opening of this fragrance is such a beautiful scent. I love this fragrance. If at all I finish Dior Sauvage, I probably buy this fragrance. I probably won't buy blue fragrances. I'm done with blue fragrances. But if at all I want a blue fragrance in my collection, probably I would buy this over Dior Sauvage, or maybe Blue de Chanel. I don't have Blue de Chanel. So yeah, I still like this fragrance, but because it was like, I found it a bit redundant. Okay, so Victor and Rolls Spice Bomb. I bought this, and I like this fragrance. I bought this thinking that it would smell like Tobacco Vanilla by Tom Ford, but yeah, there's a certain resemblance to Tobacco Vanilla, but it didn't have that. It lacked that sweetness that Tobacco Vanilla has. And as I said, I like my fragrance to be a little bit sweet. And if not, like, I don't like it, I like them very sweet. I want at least a little bit of sweetness in fragrances. And this one, I thought, like, maybe the Spice Bomb Extreme would be better option. So I sold this, and then I bought Spice Bomb Extreme. I have Spice Bomb Extreme with me right now, and it's a nice fragrance. I like Spice Bomb Extreme, but now I regret selling this, because it's again a nice fragrance. Yeah, but I'm fine with the Spice Bomb Extreme anyway. So that is the reason I sold this off. And Ambre Nui Christian Dior. Yeah, so this one, I think the one that I have is the 2020 version. I guess not this one. The 2020. Where is this? It's 2009. Wait a minute. Ombre Nui. Okay, I think this is the one that I got last year. It was launched in 2018. Yeah. So this one has just two notes, amber and rose. I even while buying, I was a bit reluctant, because I wanted something different, but I don't know why I even bought this. It's not a bad fragrance, but it turns a bit powdery after an hour or so. I'm not a big fan of powdery fragrances, so yeah, that's the reason I sold this off. And like a rose, a rose is a bit too much for me. I It's not like I don't like rose, but rose is a bit too heavy for me. Yeah, I don't like fragrances that have too much of rose. But this one does not have like a heavy rose, but it still has this powdery aspect, which I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, that is the reason I sold this off. So yeah, that's it for this video. You're watching Sydney Scents. Let me know which fragrance that you bought and then had to sell off for some reason. Leave a comment. Thank you. Bye bye.